everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of My Awesome Friend. And today in the studio, we have the very beautiful Danielle. Hi, Danielle. How are you?
How are you, my love? I'm so happy to be here.
I can't believe that we haven't seen each other. We said in what, like 8 months, at least 9 months, 10 months almost.
Like 9 months, 10 months. Yes, it's crazy.
I know. So I'm excited that the podcast is bringing us together to catch up on things.
Yes.
So I'm excited to have Danielle in the studio, and I'm such a fan of yours because not only are you a beautifully stunning woman and you're always so well put together, but you care for the community and you care for your work and your line of work so passionately and with so much intensity and care to detail. And it's been amazing to see you flourish in your career over the last, I don't know, we've known each other for 5 or 6 years now, at least.
Thank you. More.
Yeah, probably. And so now for the last 3 years, you've been the executive director of FCC, which is Fútbol Con Corazon. I did it. I said it right this time.
Go right there. Nice.
So tell us a little bit about what is FCC and what is your role at FCC and what is the purpose of the organization?
Awesome. Thank you, Adri. Thank you for this invitation and for always inviting like community leaders and expanding their story and everything. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that I think we did meet 2018.
Okay.
In the children's trust meeting or something like that. Back in the day,
You always tell me.
yeah, I remember vividly when I met you. And so FCC stands for Fútbol Con Corazon. It's a nonprofit organization. We manage it as a social enterprise. And what we do is that we use soccer as a tool to promote mental health and develop emotional wellness in kids and youth to move them from trauma to triumph. How do we do it? Through after-school programs in middle schools, high schools, parks, different nonprofits. We just provide these services, and each coach is pretty much a mentor for these kids. And it's a really engaging and beautiful, dynamic modality of using soccer, but with a twist, right? And then making sure the parents, the communities get involved to create pretty much transform communities and make them safer, create young leaders from a very early age, invest in them in after school hours.
Are you just Miami-Dade County, South Florida? How many sites do you have and how many students are in your programs right now?
Oh, so that's a great question. So FCC, Fútbol Con Corazon started years ago, 17 years ago in Colombia. And then the model spread out throughout different countries. And we brought the model here in 2020 during the pandemic. So when we started, we only had 2 sites, and it was like 2 sites in Broward Parks. But now we are in about 21 sites,
Okay.
and we are serving around 3,500 per year of kids and youth. And we also train youth so that they can become assistant coaches or site coaches.
And you mentioned it was operated as a social enterprise model. Can you explain a little bit about what that is for those who may not know?
Yes. Thank you for asking that question. So it's a model that is kind of it's very different from the charity model, meaning that the organization has a social mission, of course, but it has 3 main pillars. And one is that our model is scalable, meaning it can grow. We can replicate it in other communities. Second, that it's high impact, meaning that we measure it, that we have to measure every child that we serve to see the impact. And then third, that it's sustainable, meaning it has to be cost efficient. So those 3 characteristics are they're part of our integral part of the nonprofit. And so that's why we work with, we don't call them donors. For us, they're social investors. And so we partner with private sector, government, schools, the community, etc., for it to become this type of model.
Yeah, I love it. It sounds like it has a good sustainability approach to it long term. I remember I was at a conference and a very respectable community leader, attorney in Miami, said nonprofits should be making profits. They really are social impact organizations.
Yeah.
And so it's very refreshing to see that your organization is running around in those lines as well.
So our founder is the one that he's incredible, and he had this vision, and one of the things that when I met him, one of the things that impacted me the most was that he said, and he comes from the business sector, and but he founded FCC kind of like how David Lawrence created the Children's Trust. Kind of like he saw the need, he went grassroots and he started. So Sami Asut in Colombia, he started the same thing. He saw the need and he started creating the infrastructure for it. But one of the things that he said was businesses need more heart, like the nonprofit, and nonprofits need more brains, like the businesses. So we need to build, as nonprofits, we need to build strong infrastructures so that whenever there's a COVID that comes or whenever something happens, it's not thinking about, oh, how do we get more donors? For us, it's like work for hire. Like our project has to be, our services have to be great, that people will pay in order to receive the services, but not begging.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. I mean, I respect everything, but at the end of the day, sometimes there's a lot of how can we get this, and ask for little like it's kind of like a pity party, and I just we try not to, try to stay away from that, and to just make sure that we're catering to what's the need. How do we build a model to provide, meet the needs of that community, and how do we make it sustainable? I mean, that's not like we're making profit, but we're not losing.
Yeah.
So, and if there's a profit made, then we reinvest it in capacity building, professional development, making sure that our staff, our coaches are, we can hire more coaches. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, because if you can hire more coaches, it means you're at a place where you're increasing your programming, how many students you're reaching out to. So it's really great that you have been able to, that this organization has been able to find a way to sustain itself and continue to grow. And after school programs are just so important. We've talked about them a lot on the show.
Yeah.
If someone in Miami, let's say, wanted to get involved or see if there was the organizations running in their community, how does one go about that?
That's awesome. And that, now that you bring about the after school program, after school hours 3 to 6 p.m., data shows that's the most vulnerable hours for kids and youth. This is where usually either addiction begins or gang involvement begins, unwanted teenage pregnancy, like all these poverty traps pretty much happen during those hours. And so getting involved in and supporting after school programs from all the different nonprofits that are doing great work in after school programming it's imperative. We need that support. So how can you help? There's different ways. You can either become a volunteer in our website. You can sign up and become a volunteer, and then we'll send you like what sites are in Miami-Dade and Broward, and then you can apply, get the background check, and then you can come and be with us. You can become an intern as well. We have a partnership with Miami-Dade County Public Schools with the Office of Community Engagement. So we provide honors academic internships, preparing high schoolers to go to college and receive all these amazing skills before they go to college, to becoming a coach. And the other thing that you can do is sign up for our corporate soccer tournament, which is our big event at UM. We do it every April. It's our signature event where all the companies come and play with our methodology, meaning they have to show respect, tolerance, honesty, and solidarity while they play, plus scoring goals. But if they score goals and they don't show the values,
They're done.
so it's about, yeah, it's really cool because it's like all emotional regulation activities right there, because soccer gets heated. So you have all these companies and they're playing, and at the end, they all become friends, they network. It's really cool. We have our elected officials come, our little ones, like our community partners come. So it's a huge celebration of everything. So we always need volunteers for that event. So if you want to just follow us on social media, and Instagram is at official FCC USA, or you can go to our website, fcc.futbol, FUTBOL, and then that's it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we get some volunteers out of this for you, for sure.
Yes.
And so you've been doing an amazing job. I see it. I get your newsletters. I read them religiously. I'm so proud of the work you're doing there. But I'm also very proud just to see how you've grown because when we did meet in 2018 or 2017 at the Children's Trust, I believe you were the development director for another nonprofit, and then this opportunity came about.
Yeah.
And so to see that growth and to see you um, embrace it and become the person that you become and really take ownership of this organization is such a beautiful thing to see. And so
Thank
congratulations.
you, Adria. So beautiful.
Yeah, lots of people have cried here. That being said, talk to us a little bit about what your career journey has been. How did you end up in the nonprofit
Okay.
sector? How did you get to where you are now?
Why do you come up with these beautiful, amazing, intricate questions? Okay. So first of all, the admiration is mutual. Okay. So thank you for that. And then how I think it's been a blessing in a way because since early on, I've always had great like bosses. I've always, whether it's female or male, I've had great bosses. And so I think they've all instilled a seed, something in me. And I just learned from them. And many years ago, when I lived in Colombia for a while. When I lived there, I think it was 2012, I was passing by a place and I remember saying, "What is that place?" And it was a bunch of kids playing soccer and it said Fútbol Con Corazon. And I remember that I said, "Can I just go look at it?" And so I went to look at it and I loved it. I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing what they're doing." I started researching about them and I was like, "Oh my God, one day I'm going to work with them." I don't know. And then they told me, "Oh, you don't know the founder?" And I started researching about his story and I'm like, "Oh my God, one day I'm going to meet him." So I started LinkedIn, like following the page, and w- I just became, I just loved the mission. But at the end of the day, different nonprofits do beautiful work in different modalities, right? I think what really marked me at a young age was my childhood wasn't the best. Growing up, there was turmoil, um, family there was alcohol addiction, drug addiction, and there was a lot of things that 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 our family went through. And so then middle school came, was not easy. So I was like always the very good student in elementary, then like middle school came and then high school came and I was just super rebellious. And I remember my mom suffering. It's like, "What am I going to do with you?" Not that I would do bad things. I just wanted to pretend I was doing bad things and be rebellious and be defiant. I was
We were
completely,
pushing some buttons.
exactly. I was completely defiant. And my brother was too, my oldest brother. So I think after a while, we met this amazing mentor slash coach when I was 16. And for me, there's like a before and after and it was through after school time that this person was highly invested in us. And I remember that from there on, I started opening up, sharing, things. And he would he would take me to do like mission work with kids in need. He would question a lot of things like, "Who are you hanging out with?" And like, "Have you read this book?" And I'm like, "What?" So I started shifting my mentality. And from there on, I decided, you know what? When I opened up and shared about abuse and addiction and all this stuff, like what I witnessed in childhood, he literally grabbed that and he was such a safe space. And he said, "Well, maybe you've lived that because now you can understand more people that have been through that. What would you like to do with that pain? Like, how do you think it would be useful?"
Yeah.
And I remember that I was like, I have no idea. I think he's like, "Think about it and look to see how you can make that pain become kind of like your purpose, right?" So like quickly on, I started. I said, "Okay, I'm going to study education, psychology." And then I did a master's in neuropsychology because I wanted to understand maybe, you know, what a child or what a teenager goes through when they're, experimenting trauma. So I became very fascinated by that. And I always, I'm always thinking, how can we make this knowledge much more like relatable,
Yeah.
and how our teams, for example, that knowledge has helped me build a team of coaches that are completely empathy driven individuals. And when they see a kid, they don't see that, "Oh, that kid is so annoying." No, they see that that's a kid that he's going through a lot at home, but I'm his safe space. I'm okay. He's in a safe space here, and he is seen, heard, validated, celebrated intrinsically. He doesn't have to be talented. He doesn't have to score goals. He's just, I'm so happy Johnny's here. And like that little hug and the little fist bump.
Yeah.
And so that kid is like, that's probably the only love he's going to get during the day.
Yeah.
And that for us is a game changer. So, yeah.
I don't think you realize right away, and I say you, general audience, what a little drop, what a little ripple effect it can cause. Una sonrisa, a little smile, a little good morning, a little help.
Saying their name.
To saying their name, acknowledging them, asking them if they're having a good day, a bad day, listening. One doesn't realize what an impact and an effect that could have in a person and change their mood altogether.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We've had kids that were chronically shy, that the teachers would be like, he doesn't talk. We're like, okay. And little by little, this kid is like, and so we have now those that were chronically shy. Now they're assistant coaches or volunteer, and you see them leading sessions. Like, okay, guys, we're gonna do this today, and we're like, okay, this shy kid. So you see the transformation, and I think, going back to the point, whatever career, I don't think it's the career itself. It's like the human capital, right? So I think it's valuing who were your mentors. Mentorship is so
important.
Oh my God, it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
So having that type of mentors in your life, if we had mentors, whether they dedicated a lot or not, it's a treasure. And then now to give it back and pay it forward by mentoring others, that's the most important thing.
And you learn so much from mentoring. Sometimes you get more out of being the mentor.
Yes.
Because you're seeing things in a new perspective, in a new light. It's a new problem to solve.
Yeah.
And nowadays, too, with technology and everything else and the rate and the speed and the climate of the world that we're living in.
Yeah.
So important. And it's not, I think people think that mentors are just for the professional side of life, the career side. It's so important to have a mentor in the personal side of your life.
God, please.
And many of them, I don't know about you, I have many mentors. I call them adult lifelines.
Adult lifeline? Like for me, Sammy, our founder, is a mentor. Like he builds teams. And throughout my life, I had beautiful mentors like Michelle from Be Strong. And I just had so many amazing mentors. And I think that we should, always take, and then how do we, give back to others and to like younger leaders that are emerging, and how can we invest in them
and support them too.
Yes.
All right, well, let's have a little bit of fun. Are you ready for a quick fire?
Girl, tell me.
So you're our guinea pig. We're gonna try something new today.
Oh no.
We're gonna do I'm gonna give you a word and you're gonna say the first word that comes to your mind.
What do you mean?
Maybe it'll spin off into a conversation.
Okay.
Maybe it won't. Let's start off with something simple. Beach.
Freedom.
Ooh, yeah. I like that one a lot.
Yes. I think freedom because there's like no barriers. Like if you see the whole horizon.
Yeah.
And so I think it's and also beach is like I think also this is gonna sound bad, but bear with me. Insignificance. Meaning like you think that your problems are here.
Yeah.
But when you go to the sea and you see the magnitude, and you're like, I'm just a little speck.
Yeah.
And why, so everything else comes insignificant. And like maybe other things that are important come to life.
Oh, I love that. I love that very much. Family.
My little nuggets. Is it a one word? I can't.
No, it's
two little nuggets.
We're making it up as we go. So
okay.
There's no right or wrong. You have two kids. You have a boy and a girl.
Yes.
Your pequeñita's adorable, and your son is becoming a machito, right? Super cute, all grown up.
I'm trying to take this stage that they're in because I feel like it's leaving, and then they're gonna be preteens, and they're gonna be all sassy and stuff.
Before you know it.
Yes. Like little, Mom, don't do that. That's cringe. And I'm like, what? Girl, stop it.
Speaking of your children, They are beautiful children, and I love seeing them on your social media.
Thank you.
Have they taught you anything inspiring? Like what? That was a right away yes.
Oh my
What have they
God.
taught you?
It's like every day they teach me things. Um, there's so many things. Many times I'll be like, man, I'm a little worried about this, and I'm gonna prepare for this, and then Alessio, my oldest, will be like, Mom, it's okay. You've been working so hard. You just have to pray. Just pray about it. You want? Yeah. So he'll pray in the car on when I'm dropping them off to the school. He'll start praying, like, and I'm like driving and I'm thinking like, oh, so cute because he's so, you got this, it's okay. And just let's just pray about it. So I love that, and I feel like they're very, I don't know, they're intrinsically supportive, and I love how one time, well, it was kind of confrontational, but one time I was in the computer, and he was like, Mom, is that I feel that you love more your computer than me. And Alessio's a little bit more vocal than Sienna. But anyway, so it made me think, like, I just shut down the computer and I was like, what made you think that? And he's like, because your eyes are always there. So I said, okay, I understand that you feel that way, and you're right. It seems like that. But you know what? We're gonna go out and play. And so we went to play soccer that day in a park, because not that I'm an amazing soccer player. It's just we're just playing, because in soccer you cannot be on the cell phone and be playing soccer.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be fully in, so you're fully present. And for him, he was like, I'm never gonna forget this day. Never. This is the coolest day ever.
Oh,
So that was beautiful. And of course I learned my lesson about, yeah, you can love your kids, but if they don't see a physical manifestation of it with
Yeah.
time, it's very hard, and it's hard.
Yeah.
So do I balance life with no?
Yeah, what is your work-life balance?
I
Because
don't.
Miss over here, I'm at all the events. I'm part of all the chambers. I go to all the luncheons. I'm at everything. No, not all.
No,
You are
I
so
pick-
many. You
no.
have okay, but that's part
I
of
pick
work-life
some.
balance. So
I pick and choose now, because I think I have this thing of like, I can do everything. I can do everything. Yes, so I over schedule. I do this and that, and then I notice, wait a second, this is not realistic. So I've carved out time, right? So what I do is having a great support system. So for example, my mom, amazing support system. My mom, I couldn't do this job if I didn't have my mom. Like, my mom is the angel, because she literally, for anything, she's there. She supports. She supports me. My other brothers get a little jelly. Oh, because mom loves your kids more than our kids. I'm like, yeah, maybe. Because she's very dedicated.
you heard it here first.
Yes, yes. And my kids adore her.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And I feel this is for a lot of women that have like heavy workloads and have kids. There's no such thing as balance. You need to have a support system. I think Angie from Amazon, we were talking about this, because she's also like, she's always like traveling, doing this, going to these events. She has to. And she has two beautiful kids.
And
And
she's
she was
always
like,
chairing this committee or that committee. She's very involved with the
and she has to do research.
Shout out to Angie.
Yeah, she's amazing. And she was telling me, Danny, it's a support system. You know, it takes a village.
Yeah.
She's like, I have a little mini village that helps me. So I think that's probably the most sustainable way to do it. And also for the kids to develop relationships with everyone in their community as well. So
That's perfect. So one more word?
okay.
I got to think of a good word to ask you. See, we did beach. We
Family.
family.
I like this activity.
It's fun,
That's pretty
right?
cool. Yeah.
Let me think of another word. You know what? What about a color? What do you think of when you think of the color white?
Oh, I love that. I love white. I love white. I think about honesty. I don't know. It just comes to my mind. And I don't know. It's a relaxing, minimalistic.
Very pure.
It's very pure. Yes. What about, wait a second. Let me do one for you.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, ask me.
Margarita. No, just kidding. No. Okay. vacation?
I think of beach. I think of remote. I think of just relaxing. I don't understand these vacations where you come back and you need a vacation from your vacation. Like, I don't need to go on 50 hikes. I just need to be with good company, good food, maybe some good wine, a couple of good activities. Like,
Listen.
just want to relax.
Yes, thank you. We're vibing. Those people that complicate, or like they have like a tour guide, like this is what we have to wake up at 7 a.m. and we have to be there at 8:45. Like, no, stop it. That's like on a day-to-day basis. You have all these deadlines. Vacation, don't bother. No, just chill. Just
If I want to wake up and watch the sunrise, I'm going to wake up and watch the sunrise.
exactly.
And if you don't want to, that's great.
Exactly.
So when I was on this cruise with our friend Christine recently, I do like to see the sunrise. And as a matter of fact, about 2 or 3 times a week, I go run to the water to watch the sunrise from my house. And so I would open the window in our room, and Christine would be like, "Oh my God, open the window." I'm like, "But the sun is out."
Well, maybe that's a priority, right? Some people prioritize food, that they have to have food like this type of food, or they have to go hiking, whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's nothing cooler than a low-key, beautiful beach with not so many people.
Yes.
Crowded? No crowd.
Agreed.
I mean, we're part of the crowd, though.
Of course. We are part of the problem.
We're part of the problem.
But like a nice, peaceful beach, good company, a nice day, or just relaxing, relaxing.
I love
La mucha bulla.
Why are we talking about this?
Now you asked me for a word and it was vacation, and that's how we rest. I think we're gonna go on vacation next. Leave the kids at home. I'll leave the dog at home.
Yes, I think we need one for sure.
So you mentioned food as a priority, and I normally ask people, as a quick fire, what is your favorite food to either eat or cook or both?
Ooh. To cook, I'm really good with breakfast and brunch. That's my love language for my kiddos. Every Saturday morning, they're gonna have that awesome breakfast or brunch. But the rest, I'm not very savvy. Now, to eat, I'll say Mediterranean food, or I love pizza.
Pizza's so good.
From like that.
I like good pizza.
Like artisan pizza.
Yeah.
Like de Nápoles, así como with the veggies and fresh. Oh my God, I love that.
Oh, delicious.
I can have that every day.
Oh my God, pizza's so good.
It's so good. What about you?
You could give me a burger, a lamb burger would be even better, with a fried egg, bacon, some type of blue cheese, caramelized onions. Like,
Where do they sell that?
oh my God, there was a great restaurant in the Gables called Angeline, but it closed. But that would be, if I had to ask for a last meal.
Burger, but that one.
Oh my God, with
that sounds really
on top.
That sounds really good. That sounds really good.
It was fire. If you ever go to a place, if anyone ever goes to a place where there is a lamb burger on the menu,
that's it.
Highly recommended.
Okay, I'll do that. Taking notes. Taking notes. I love it.
So as we start talking about wrapping up and whatnot, what is one thing that maybe you learned from a mentor at a not so young age, maybe in the last 5 years, that you wish you had known?
I think I think it's related to a little bit what we spoke about. You're really not here for a mission. You're really here to build other people. So by building other people, you build a mission. It's kind of like parallel, right? But if you do this only and you forget the people, you won't do one or the other. So the focus is to build people. And I think that I wasn't doing that at the beginning. I didn't have that approach. And now,
Beginning at FCC?
or at my career. Yeah, like I did mentor a lot. I have a lot of students that they're now in high school, now in universities. Some of them are doctors, and they're like, Miss D, how are you? Like, there's a beautiful connection. So I mentored all my life, but I'm talking more about like when you have a team of people working with you. Now it's all different. There's a book called All In from, I think it's Mike Michalowicz.
Okay.
Amazing book about building teams. And I think like now when I have someone in my team, I'm thinking, what do they want? What do they want in 5 years? And like I have to click with what that person wants, and like make FCC, for example, as big for this person so that they can dream, like they can fulfill their dream within the organization, right? And also always think about how can they be a better person, right? Like whether they're in FCC or somewhere else, it's intrinsically valuing the people that work with you and like knowing what makes them tick and what's their biggest fear, so that you can learn how to invest intentionally in them.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did, other people did in me. So then that's the way of paying it forward. So I think it's a challenge sometimes, but once you see the fruits, like you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I see my team like growing, and I'm like, oh my God, they're so amazing. So what I do now is that I'm like, I don't know how to do this. You guys are amazing. Can you help me do this, please? Like you guys are, I'm just gonna, and so they do it, and they do a phenomenal job. And I'm like, oh my God, where were you? It's amazing. But because it was like, and then you see their talents, and you see how they can become great. So it's like you're just building the platform for them to like thrive.
To unleash and thrive.
Yes, for them to feel safe enough to thrive.
There's a saying that I like to say that is, we're better together.
Yes.
And if we're building each other up, then we are better together, because we can conquer more and get so much more done in the world.
Yes, we put our logo, or how do you say, our slogan is scoring goals together. Because at the end of the day, it's like in soccer, people will talk about Messi, but Messi always talks about his team.
Yeah.
And he cannot do anything. He can be amazing, but if he doesn't have a team, there's nothing that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, the whole idea of soccer is always collaboration, always togetherness. So I think that's something that it should be translated through all sectors of life.
Agreed. That's a great way to wrap up this show.
No.
Yeah, on a good note. Danielle, thank you so much for being on today's show. I feel like we learned a lot about soccer, about you, about just being good humans and building each other and working together to achieve greatness, right? And there's no reason why that can't be accomplished. And so I want to thank you so much for being not only my awesome friend, but being an awesome friend to so many in the community, and for being on the show today.
Thank you, Adri. You're the best. Thank you so much for creating always, not like since day one, you are like a safe space to everyone that meets you. You're so engaging, charismatic. So thank you for this beautiful space. Thank you for always bringing joy to others and supporting them,
Because it takes a village.
It takes a village. So I'm proud to be part of your village.
Yay! Thank you. Es como decía mi abuela, it's like my grandmother used to say, dime con quién andas y te diré con quién eres. Tell me who you're hanging out with and I'll tell you who you are. So I'm very blessed to be in a space where I too am accepted for my quirkiness and my indifferences, and that we can all come together in a very beautiful space and kick ass and make a lot of impact in our community. I think it would be cool if I ever had the time to put together all my friends on a paper and all the impact and work that they're doing in the community and what that looks like. Because I bet collectively, we're all impacting over 1 million lives in Miami-Dade County.
Yes.
Which is really awesome.
What? I love it. Yeah. We have to do that.
We do. Thank you so much. And thank you to our amazing audience for continuing to tune in and listen to this podcast that, again, nobody asked for, but so many awesome friends. Yeah. Someone the other day asked me if they could be on the podcast, and I was like, oh, I reached that level.
Of course.
So yeah, so thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow and share with your friends and follow us on social media. And we will see you on the next episode. Bye, everyone.